Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to share with you a little breakfast that we do on the weekends. We don't always have time to cook during the week when everybody's going to work and whatnot. I've got some bacon that I had in the freezer. This is from a locally sourced meat market that we have. So I went down there and I bought, I think it was about 15 pounds of bacon, divided it up, put it into freezer bags, and stored it in our stand-up freezer out in the garage. I'm going to bake this at about 400 degrees until it's done to your likeness. I usually bake mine a little longer than my husband's. Here I'm just going to make some biscuits really quick. I usually use about 3 cups of flour, give or take a little bit, depending on how much I want to make. I don't really measure things out too well. Now my daughter fusses at me sometimes because I don't measure when she asks me how to do something. But I try to tell her the best that I can. And the store was out of my white lily flour, so this is a different kind of flour I'm having to use for these biscuits. And as you can tell, my Crisco can is just about empty. Usually I'll use a spoon to dig out my Crisco, but since it was just about empty, I thought I'll just go ahead and scoop it out with my hand. Not trying to be gross or anything, but I did use my hand in this video to scoop out what little bit was left in my Crisco can for these biscuits. So I had put my flour in the bowl, making me a little bowl with my hand by pressing down the flour. And I probably used about a half a cup of Crisco in this. So now I'm going to add some milk. I usually use milk when I make my biscuits. I just prefer them over buttermilk biscuits. I know everybody has their own preferences, but I like to use milk with mine. And right now I'm just mixing up the Crisco and the milk together first before I start gradually adding in the flour. I just find it works better with my hands. I've tried using forks, I've tried using spoons and different other things to not get my hands in there so much, but to me the Crisco mixes up better if I just use my hands. I can tell where the lumps are. So now I'm about to roll them out. So I put some flour down on my paper, and I'm going to roll the dough out and cut my biscuits out. That blue cup you see is a cup that I got at my wedding shower 34 years ago with a dish set. Most of the dishes are long gone, but that cup is just perfect for rolling out. I use it for a rolling pin. We never drink out of it. It's my rolling pin. But I want to roll out my biscuits with that cup and then cut them out with it as well. It just seems to be the perfect size for what we like. So I'm just going to knead it just a little bit. I don't like to knead mine too much to get it too firm. I like mine kind of soft. I think at this point the bacon is done, and I have preheated my oven to about 425 for my biscuits. I usually just go by how it feels, if it needed any more or if that's good. And there I am, just going to roll them out. And like I say, that cup makes about the perfect size of biscuit. Everybody knows that's the biscuit cutter cup. And thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you would. We're excited about having this YouTube channel. We'd like for it to be successful. We enjoy sharing things that we do as a family. I enjoy cooking very much. I don't have a whole lot of time to cook during the week. I always cook dinner, but a lot of times I don't have time for breakfast. And breakfast is probably my most favorite meal. So I've got those patted out on my pan. I'm going to stick those in the oven. And here I'm going to make some fried eggs, but these are locally sourced double yolk eggs that we get from a local farm. And they're really good. We can only get them about 6 to 7 months out of the year, or as long as we can get these local farm eggs. And all of these are double yolk. I don't know if you can tell. I know my lighting is terrible in this angle, but these are all double yolk eggs. I was determining if I was going to have room in the pan or not, but I guess I just make room. So I just added some butter in my pan. Had the pan already hot. Gonna add some salt and pepper. I guess it just depends on how you like your eggs. We like ours just not quite firm all the way done, just a little bit soft in the middle. So these will cook pretty quick. You look at my bacon plate back there in the back, you'll see that I have 2 piles of bacon. One's a little crispier and one's not so crispy. Looks like those are just about done to me. I like to fix a nice breakfast like this, especially on Saturday morning when I know we're going to be, if the weather's nice, we're going to be outside working all morning. So a nice hearty breakfast, nice southern breakfast. So this is the husband coming in here, going to make him a plate of breakfast. I sat out a couple of options if he wanted anything else on his biscuit. I have grape jelly and some apple butter set out there if he wanted any of that on his biscuit. I find if I cut my biscuits out with that cup or anything that you want to use, that it's easier to cut them open and add butter and jelly or whatever. To me, they're a little more firmer if you roll them out a little bit and cut them out. I know some women that can make them with their hand and not have to cut them out, but mine just seem to fall apart if I do that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.